Hello my beautifuls, welcome to Cosmic Love Tarot. It feels like it's been a while and today I've been called to do the reading because I've just had a beautiful comment on my YouTube video of they were open, that everything is okay with me. Let me just put this right, it feels like it's slanted. It even looks more slanted. Okay, so I thought, well, I need to get on just to let everybody know everything is fine. We're all caught up in this energy of being creative. It's like a deep reflection, and when I pull back from doing any videos, that's because I'm either working with the energies that I'm picking up, but also it's the energies that also I need to work through for my own journey, my own healing journey. And but then what happened for me, it became very inspirational to do that, to step back, to shut down everything, to shut down all communications, all internet communication, because I needed to build my energy back up of a deep reflection that I've been working through. And then I became inspired, and that inspiration has kept me extremely busy because it's about, I'm writing a book, and I'm writing a book where it's to do with the ancestral bloodline, the ancestral lineage, where it's to do with the wounding that's passed through generation after generation. And it connects in with my own life experience as an observer to the wounding, and how the wounding links in to the cosmic golden thread. It feels that every single thing that has happened in my life becomes part of also my family lineage story. And it's not until you start on your deep soul healing path, you start to recognize that golden thread and how it connects in with not just your life, but also your past experiences of your ancestral lineage. And it became very, very inspirational, and I'm blown away with what I'm discovering and how it all connects in, and how I'm placing or finding its own place in each chapter. It's very inspiring. And but at the same time, I was also feeling kind of guilt for not doing any readings, because it was something that I really felt like I needed to commit to. So I don't know if I could carry on doing daily reads, because I also work as an holistic therapist, and my spare time has been took up of silence, and also of being creative in silence. And so I'm not quite sure yet. Now, everything that I've just said, this also could be you. This is an energy shift that's happening. It feels as if this energy shift, the shift of a timeline, an ending of the past and a new beginning. It's an ending and a new beginning, and all this kept coming out in all of my readings. And this is where I feel it is. It's like a birthing of something. And you could be very much experiencing this, a new birth of a new way, a new birth of a new idea, a new birth of manifesting something that has always been your dream to manifest. It's another aspect of you that you are discovering, and it's about exploring it. And this is the energy that I'm picking up for the collective. Now, we're still in pre-shadow. We're in the Gemini season, but we're also in pre-shadow, and it will be shifting into shadow in Cancer. Now, I'm a Cancerian, and when it's stepping into the shadow, it feels very much like a reflective back at the past, or it could be the past is stepping forward. But, you know, it could also be about you creating something in your present moment that reflects back at the past. Depends where you are on your timeline. This is the energy that I'm picking up. So before I actually start the reading, let's call in Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron, to please clear away any negative energy and bring in love, light and protection for us all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, so the other day I received three decks that I brought about a month ago that only was delivered the other day, as I was also in my deep reflection of the next chapter that I'm writing. And I put them on one side because I was going to do a reading on Saturday, and then I just got preoccupied with being grounded, I think it was. I was doing a little bit of pottering around in the garden, and it just felt all calming and relaxing and balancing, and that's what was going on. So anyway, so today I saw a beautiful little comment of one of my followers on YouTube. I want to say thank you for that comment, but I didn't know how to answer it, and I thought, you know, I really need to do this video, because this video is to do with the collective, it's to do with this shift, it is to do with the ending and the new beginning. And let's see what's going on for the collective. And I'm going to use my new deck and see what comes out from this. I'm going to use the 3 decks. I don't know if it will coincide with what I'm picking up, but everything is all connected by that golden thread. And these 3 decks that came has come at that point of me hitting chapter 3 in my book. And I was writing all day yesterday, and it had nothing to do with the chapter 3, but it did at some point. It would do later on in the book to reflect back at that chapter 3. And it's very inspiring. And so it feels to me of something that you are doing. Something that you are doing that feels a strong pull towards. Let it be. Let it happen. Let it happen. So for the collective, I ask my spirit guides, my ascendant masters, to help me to tap into my new deck. For the collective, as we're in that pre-shadow energy in Gemini, feels like the energy I'm picking up, it's something, the energies I'm picking up is something that's not quite seen. It's felt. It even feels like it's understood, but it's not completely seen to fully grasp the picture to it. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Heartbreak, residual. The past wounds affect the present. Old emotions reappear suddenly. Healing is still in progress. This really coincides with the book that I'm writing, where it's all to do with the past woundings. I also feel as a collective, we're all going through this. understanding the wounding, because we are breaking the family lineage. We're breaking the curse to the family lineage that belongs to the belief system. Okay, let me just pour some more in. Oh, spilling the tea. Too many options. I'll go further into these in a minute. A new skill is activated. Side High Queen. Protect your peace. Walk away quietly. This is getting deep. Bigger goals ahead. And late night feelings. And group chat energy. A real creation happens off screen. Multiple stories circulate. You're being observed. That's interesting. Because I am part of the collective here. So I can see what's going on. I can see what's going on with even my followers, and even being inquisitive of why the silence. And even within my followers are also my frenemies, this also belongs to the past. And it plays a part in that heartbreak, that residual of the past wound. It belongs there. But that past wound is also being seen in the pre-shadow energy. And the pre-shadow is also stepping into Cancer. And Cancer is very much into connections of family, into nurturing, warmth, home. And this energy is also being enhanced by the sadness, the tears, the loss, the woundings. And so all this is being brought in to be seen. It's an energy. It's an energy for the collective. So, yeah, group chat energy. You're being talked about. You're being talked about. It's being talked about either what you are producing, what you are creating. You could also be a tarot card reader. You could be a platform speaker. You could be a teacher. It feels as if people are making assumptions of who you are. People are making assumptions of who they thought you were. It's the energy that I'm picking up. It's like they are fake. You are fake. You're being talked about as if you are fake, but there's no substance behind it. You are creating something that has always been yours to be seen. It was always intended by the divine for you to see who you are. And it took a lot of life experience to awaken the soul, to awaken the consciousness, to recognize the golden thread. And for you to recognize that cosmic golden thread, you would have already done deep soul healing to have recognized it, where the wounding came from, where the original wound was manifested from. This is what I'm being told now. It's the awakening became whipping the plaster off the wound. It's not about you just looking at the wound now, your wound that was created in your lifetime. You are looking at the cut that created the wound, and the cut belongs to the family lineage. But the family lineage also belongs to the collective. This is the energy that I'm picking up for a lot of people that is on this energy. is on this path. Okay, so what's happening is you are going through, you're traveling back through the heartbreak residuals. It's the leftover debris of the past. You've recognized the past journey, your past journey, and you're healing from recognizing that you are still holding on to the debris of the past. And those debris became your awakening onto a completely different level of a completely different timeline where those debris belong to the ancestral lineage. Okay. So the past wounds affect the present moment, and that is what you're starting to see. You're starting to see the consequences of a belief, but recognizing that belief wasn't yours to begin with. The wound wasn't yours, that's caught up into a belief that wasn't yours originally. The belief belongs to the ancestral bloodline. It belongs to the past traumas of the family lineage passed through. I'm picking up the mother wound, the mother wounding. You are working through the shadow self, and pre-shadow is helping you to recognize the shadow within you. You're just holding on to a few debris of the past, but the debris is the family lineage. There's a Pacific wound. My Pacific wound was to do with lack of. And that's when it opened up my door to see the family lineage, because the wounding became lack of. I don't deserve. I don't deserve. And this really goes back to the war. It goes back to the war. And when you really look at it, it goes back, war goes back since time began. And it's about this fear base, this fear, the survival, how it affects mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, psychologically. It affects, and it gets passed through generation after generation, enhancing a wound on top of another wound and on top of another wound. And this wound becomes stronger and stronger and stronger without recognizing it wasn't your wound to begin with. You starting out on your life, you're holding on to a wound that's a mother wound within the mother energy, and you're carrying that unsaid silent wound without realizing you're carrying it. Living your life, making your life choices, and then finally recognizing that lack of, which is mine, that lack of stayed in the core of the choices and the beliefs and the wound that was carrying through with that golden thread, to recognize it, to see it, and to heal from it. This is what I'm picking up from this card. So it's about spilling the tea now. It's about seeing the truth of it. Spilling the tea is about a conversation that is happening within you. It's about an information that spreads fast. Accept hidden truths to surface. Hidden truths of seeing something of the family lineage that you didn't see before. Hidden truths of the mother wound or the father wound that's been carried through. Where did this wound come from? What created the cut to create the wound? That was numbed over with that plaster. That plaster could then be mental health. It could be addictions. I work with addictions. I am the holistic therapist. I've had experience of addictions in my family unit, as well as I've dabbled myself, but not as the addiction. I was more addicted to be the rescuer. And that doesn't work either. You cannot rescue somebody that doesn't want to be rescued. So it's seeing the truth of it. It's seeing the truth of the cut. And it's seeing the truth of the plaster that blocked the cut, the wound, the family lineage. And this is what I feel that is happening for the collective. People are waking up to this wound. They're waking up to the truth. They're waking up to the government, to the society, to the culture, to the religion, to the belief system that created the cut. This is what I'm picking up. Too many options. Too many options. Everyone has a commentary. Not every voice deserves space. Silence gives clarity. You don't need to explain yourself to anybody. You don't need to explain to anybody how you observe your life journey. You don't need to explain to anybody to make anybody feel comfortable. You're here to make people feel uncomfortable because you are the truth seeker. You are the black sheep of the family. So you are the observer. When people make opinions of you, where it's to do with the group chat, let them, because they are projecting from their own insecurities. They are projecting from their own wound because they haven't seen it is an ancestral wound that's been passed through the bloodline. Now, it could be family members. It could be people that you work with. It could be past relationships, because whoever it is in your relationships, the wound was already there for it to be mirrored back. It wasn't until you started healing the inner shadow that you started to recognize the wound wasn't yours to begin with. Once you took that plaster off, you started to recognize what caused the cut. You'll hear my gate banging with the wind. I can't close that damn gate for some reason. The gate seems to have dropped. It's not locking. That's interesting. I've said that for a reason. It's not locking. Okay, so the gate is banging. It's like something needs to come through. Something needs to be seen. Something needs to be heard, and it can only happen in silence. It's not about other people's interpretation to your journey. It's not about their own belief systems to your journey. It's not about them seeing it from their perspective. It's not even about you seeing anything from other people's perspective. It's seeing it from only your perspective, from your wound, from your choices, from your decisions, from your learning, what you learned through it. It hasn't got absolutely nothing to do with anybody else, because it's not their connection. It becomes woven into their connection. But right now, it is your thread, it's your weave, and it's for you to see it, okay? So not every voice deserves space. Silence gives clarity. If you need to pull back on your deep reflection, do it. If you need to turn off all communication, do it. Go into your hermit mode. Go into your deep reflection. Get yourself a pad. Get yourself a pen. Start writing down what you are getting. When I pull back, and it feels like it was a month ago, but when I look on YouTube, it looks like it was only 2 weeks ago. I don't think so. That's quite strange, really, but it was longer than that. And it feels as if at that time for me, I wasn't seeing clearly, because I just felt that I needed to step back. I had to work through this collective energy that I was picking up. I was also being drawn to my own energy and what was being stirred up within me. I sat in silence with it. I potted around the house. I done things just to chill out, watched films, just completely distracted myself from my spiritual work. I got more attracted to strengthening my foundations, and that became strong. It became strong for long-term goals. What do I want to achieve? Putting it into action, manifesting it, but putting it into action. That's what I did. And so this could be also you. And so this is going to be your confirmation, okay? Whatever it is that you're doing, whatever it is that you're manifesting. Okay, because a new skill is being activated, a skill that you never knew existed. It's all about you learning fast, really fast speed energy. Your talents are expanding. This growth changes everything. And it really, it kind of, it goes into this, this fast speed lightning of shift. You could have also felt the physical symptoms to this. This is an energy shift of a timeline, a shift of consciousness. And that's what it is. It's a shift of consciousness. It's like shifting from 4D into 5D. But at the same time, you're also connected in with a 9D. It feels the higher perspective of something. And you're moving back down into the lower chakra to look at the wound, but seeing it from a higher perspective. And you're connecting in on a 5D. But to be able to do that, you're playing with different frequencies. And because you're playing with different frequencies, even if it's unconscious to you, you are feeling it mentally, emotionally, psychologically, physically. It's all blending and going. It's that energy. It's like you're tuning back into that radio station. You're fine-tuning your senses. You're fine-tuning your higher consciousness, but you're also still staying grounded in your 3D. You're still staying grounded in the experience that you experienced and the lessons that you learned to help you to see it in the higher consciousness. But it's through the higher consciousness for you to see the wound, the cut, and the repeated pattern. I've kind of mentioned this before in one of my readings, which was absolutely months ago, and it feels that same energy to me right now. So it feels to me that this new skill activation, because in a particular reading when I was on about that fine tuning, shifting from a higher vibration down into that 3D to recognise the cut, but first you have to recognise the plaster, okay? And this is all part of the awakening. It's all part of the deep healing that was necessary for you to do to release any suppressed emotion. Now, I did mention in that past reading that it was to do with that conscious shift, that shift onto that 5D. But when you're in that full density vibration, you're not only picking up the 3D, which is the physical, you're also accessing the 5D, which is spiritual. When you look at it as chakras, that's your higher conscious, your 3 top chakras, that is coinciding with the lower 3 chakras, which is to do with the belief system, the childhood wounding, everything in the physical. The more you look, the more you'll start to understand. Because the deeper you go into the shadow self, the higher you will transcend. And that light becomes your strength. Because it becomes your faith in the divine. It becomes stronger. Nothing can dent it. Nothing can change it. And this is the new skill. This is the activation. It feels like the shift of the timeline, the shift of the simulation. It's like breaking away from the physical matrix into the spiritual matrix. The divine matrix is connecting in with the two at the same time. It's recognizing the difference between the two and staying grounded and balanced to look at it. So you're learning fast because they're deep, fast, downloads that you are receiving. You are breaking down you are breaking down the barriers to see the residue of the past family lineage. That's the energy that I'm picking up for you. It's amazing how this energy resonates with me. I am part of the collective, and if this is resonating with you, just know that it's okay. It's okay. It's okay to be silent. It's okay to be on your own without needing any questions from anybody. Trust your divine. Trust your spirit, guys. Trust what you get led to. If you've been led to this reading, this is your confirmation for that reason. Okay. So side-eye queen. Okay. Your intuition sees through the act, the truth. The truth shows on your face. Something feels off for a reason. The side-eye queen. When something doesn't feel right, trust it. Okay, what I'm picking up from here. This belongs to this. Okay? This belongs to the chat. This chat is a secret chat from you. But they expose themselves in this chat because the conversation they have in their chat is not the conversation that you may have had individually to each person. So they expose themselves anyway for you to know they've been talking about me, because they've just given me an insight to what I intuitively already know, what that other person is doing, how that person is thinking, what that person is believing. No, this person is just saying the same thing. So you can see how this group chat energy is happening because they don't understand. They don't understand because they are in shadow. Okay. And you are the side-eye queen, still silent, still observing, still seeing it, still observing it, still seeing and hearing what is said, what is felt, but you are still in silence. It's reading the words that's not spoken. It's feeling the energy that's not, it's like not shown. It's like somebody can be around you or come into your life from the past who wants to find forgiveness, who wants to admire you, to love you, to support you. But something within you is telling you something completely different, because the person that could be coming back, don't forget the pre-shadow. Is it the shadow in Mercury retrograde? Communications. Communications are heightened. Okay? It's want to know. They want to know who you are because they remember who you are. But who they knew of you is the past version of you. And you are discovering the new version of you because you are creating new skills. Okay? You are creating new skills. So your senses is being heightened through the experience. The more you look at the wound, the more you look at the cut, the more you are transcending. But you need to protect yourself as you're going through the heartbreak of the residual, of the leftover debris to the past lineage, but also of your own past experiences. You have to protect your peace. It's so important as you're going through this transition. Because not only are you picking up all the heartbreak, or the pain, or the sorrow, or the loss from the past energies of the family lineage, you've been holding onto that, you've been carrying that, and you've had a double dose of that through your own life experience. And so it has to be hermit mode, it has to be a step back, and you have to protect your peace. Your calm is sacred. Choose silence over chaos. Not everything deserves a reaction. Okay? So you are in your peace state. You're meditating. You're doing everything that you possibly could to create a beautiful, peaceful, sacred space. You see what's going on around you, and that really is okay. Doesn't concern you. You give the side-eyed look at it, but you're not going to get involved with it. You're not going to answer it. It doesn't need, or it doesn't deserve, an answer to it. Okay? Walk away quietly. You don't need to argue your decision. Distance reveals truth. Faster, your silence is powerful. You can see the comments. How's you? Let's just say, how's you? I haven't seen you for ages. You could either comment or not comment, or just say fine, thank you. That's it, end of. You don't need to explain your silence. You don't need to. You don't need to explain your silence. Straight away, as soon as I said that, I felt like I am explaining my silence because of a beautiful comment of somebody who asked if I was okay. I am okay. I am in my silence, and I am being inspired with what I'm doing. I don't need to explain any more to that. And there could be people out there who could be thinking, well, okay, I can have that. But it doesn't matter, because this isn't my book, for example. There's no blame game in my book whatsoever. This is to do with the wounding, that the parents struggled in the past wound of the parents' wound, and their parents' wound. It's a generational wounding, and we're all starting to see this wound. And this wound goes way back. It goes way back when time first began. I'm even talking about the Babylonians. They somehow came into it. Religion slightly comes into it with the new revelation, and it's things that I would not have really looked into, but it plays a massive part on a collective scale, but also an individual scale, how that golden thread gets weaved through generation with the beliefs. Okay? And I'm saying this, I'm sharing this, because I feel so many people on the collective is at this stage of their journey of deep reflection, deep healing. And I'm just trying to say to you, you don't need to explain yourself to anybody. If you need to shut things down, shut it down. If you need to close your front door on people, do it. You don't need to explain yourself. Okay, now this is getting deep. It's getting deeper as time is going on. Okay, so feelings are growing unexpectedly. You are becoming more attached. More attached. The connection expands beneath the surface. Okay. The deeper you are going within yourself, and this is what I said not long ago, the deeper you go within your own childhood wounding, the deeper you go within your own unconscious shadow and start healing that belief, healing that wound, and starting to go even deeper to see what created the wound, what created the cut to begin with in the family lineage. The deeper you go, the deeper you start to understand the connections. This kind of like reminds me of like the matrix of all the plugs that's connected in. It's like everything is connected in the matrix. Everything is all connected in with this belief, this fear base, feeling, and this suppressed emotion. We gain so much knowledge. We can find out so much knowledge with the books, with the internet, with checking on our phone. We can gain so much knowledge, but it takes a healed person to find the wisdom of the lesson learned from the knowledge that was gained through the soul journey. And so the deeper that you go within yourself, with many, many options, because that card, that this is getting deep, is clarifying too many options. Okay? And it is about everyone as commentary. Not every voice deserves space. Silence gives clarity. So as you are going deeper to find clarity, people around you in the group chats, for example, have you heard from blah blah? Have you seen blah blah? She's so quiet, or he's so quiet. What are they doing? What's going on? They're not always on social media, or they're not doing what they normally do. I'm picking up that a lot of awakened souls has gone silent. And because of that silence, you had to go silence to go even deeper into the cut of the family lineage. But the deeper you've gone into the cut, the more you started to understand the connections that's going on around you in the 3D. But what's going on around you in the 3D? They're asking questions. What's happening? But you cannot explain it. Not yet. Not yet, until you have complete clarity on the new skill that you are accessing. And like I said, it's very much of that full density vibration. You're picking up the frequencies of the 3D physical world, and you're tapping into the 5D vibration where it connects to the higher self. And the deeper that you go, the deeper that you go into the soul, the higher you transcend to the higher vibration of the collective unconscious. You're traveling in between worlds. You're traveling between timelines. But at the same time, you're also having to go down into the belief system, which belongs to the physical 3D. Heartbreak, pain, loss, sorrow. All this has to be accessed. All this has to be felt in the suppressed emotion of the human psyche. You're healing all of this. So this frequency is enhanced, and it can be quite difficult to filter through the energies, to use your discernment, to know what energies you're picking up, not just what's going on around you in the 3D, but also what's going on in the spiritual realms. And it can feel challenging if you're not going to protect your peace. It could be very challenging. Okay? So don't take on what's around you right now. That's okay. It's all in its safe little box with where everybody's at. You have a particular or a specific mission because of the black sheep of the family. You are the seer. You are the knower. You are the one that exposes the truth to it, because you're breaking away from the matrix, okay? And so it gets deeper and deeper and deeper. At the moment, you haven't, at this moment, I feel that you haven't fully activated your new skill, your new timeline, but it's getting close. And if you're drawn to this reading, this is your confirmation. So you're setting now bigger goals ahead. There's bigger goals ahead where you become the new skill activation, bigger skills, new skills, sorry, and bigger goals, okay? So it's being activated. So your ambition is expanding. You see opportunities clearly. You're ready for more. You're starting to see the bigger picture. You're starting to see the long-term goals. You know, it's like strengthening the foundation in the present moment for your long-term goals. You know where you've been, you know where you are, but you also know now where you want to be in the future. It's a shift of the timeline. It's a shift of the timeline. You're traveling up, or up is coming down for you to see something, to move up in the timeline. Because when you see this going up, it's clarifying the new skill, which is up, like power, up. Reminds me very much the soul. That was the sign of the soul. Everybody had badges in 1970s of the soul. It's the soul train, or the Northern Soul. You could be into Northern Soul, because I've just picked that up for a reason. But this is the soul journey anyway. But that reminds me of power, of the soul train, or Northern Soul. It was a Northern Soul badge that everybody wore. Well, a lot of people that I knew wore, sewn onto their jackets. Okay, so anyway, I've said that for a reason. So okay, so to clarify the side-eye queen, as in what you're picking up, just don't take it on. You're recognising it, you're seeing it. Okay, the late night feeling. I mean, I wrote all day yesterday, and I was just constant insights to the mother wound, and it needs to be seen. Where did the wound come from? And it's all to do with the family lineage of the feminine bloodline, and we're passed through generation after generation after generation. So late night could be really significant for you, where you feel very your intuition feels heightened, because it's the silence. I've always loved nighttime, which has always been my bit of a bugbear, because I have to work and I have to earn money. But nighttime has always been my silence moments. And it does look like the sun, actually. So the sun is like the consciousness. Something's being brought into consciousness from the darkness of the unconscious self. But this also represents, for me, the moon, the full moon. And what are we in now? The full moon. I'm losing track with the things that I'm normally clued up with, and I'm losing track of days. What day is it? Is it the 14th, 15th? I don't even know. Yeah, they think of you after dark. Emotions feel stronger at night. Clarity fades when morning comes. Oh my God. I mean, I can really resonate with this. I mean, I was up all night writing. I just couldn't help it. And it was all about clarity, confirmations of clarities, of channeled messages, connecting in with the divine, connecting in with your spirit guides, connecting into your family in spirit, your ancestors in spirit. It giving answers, it's bringing clarity, it's bringing love, because you are breaking the curse to the family lineage. You are seeing it, but now you're exposing it. You're exposing it. You are exposing it in a loving way, with compassion, with honesty. It's not the blame. It's far, far from a blame. Because if you blame and then you stay the victim to it, this is not being the victim when you're at this energy. It's about seeing it from a compassionate, heartfelt perspective. It's seeing the wounding that's passed through generation after generation. We're caught up in so much pain and heartbreak, repeating itself over and over and over and over again. And it needs to break. It needs to change. And this is the journey you are on. I absolutely bless your journey, because I am blessed in my own journey. And it really puts everything in perspective of the journey. The journey of heartbreak becomes the hidden blessing of the awakening. The hidden blessing to see the truth to the cut. Don't know if I need this deck now. Let me see. Let me just see. This is more of the modern deck. I got these 3 decks actually off TikTok. And that deck, one I just picked, is called Urban. I will show you, because Urban Truth. You might want to get yourself a deck. Absolutely perfect. This one now, the other deck that I got, this one is more of the modern one. So I want to see what comes up here, because it's going to resonate a little bit with the late night feelings, and also about protecting yourself. Okay, I'm being called to pull a card. So pull a card on protecting your peace. Protection your peace, conspiracy theorist. You see, when you are speaking your truth, people will talk, because they're just caught up in this belief that was told when the truth started to come out. And so the truth seekers, the black sheep of the family, was dismissed, because it became a wording that originally came from the government, from the deep state government, where it was to do with President Kennedy getting shot. And they created it all and said, oh, that's a conspiracy theorist, for it to be dismissed. So whatever you're looking at of the cut, which belongs to the belief, this is quite interesting, isn't it? People who you once tried to tell still see you as this, but they're still intrigued by what you know. And you are the chill master. Well, it's called the grill master on this day. It's quite interesting. It's quite funny. But you're chilling. You're chilling. That's quite interesting. You got the grill master. It looks like he's smoking a spliff there. Possibly could be. Chill out. Not encouraging it, but, you know, whatever suits. That is clarifying. That is seen as the conspiracy theorist, because most probably they see you as, oh, he's just off his face because he's having a smoke. Another excuse to it. It's like that, what's they call it? When somebody flatly refused to take that plaster off. I haven't got a plaster, I haven't got a wound. I'm in my box of thoughts. I'm not stepping out that box. And so those two are clarifying, protecting your peace. It's like, I don't give a shit. I really don't give a shit. I don't give a shit what people think of me. You can perceive me however way you want to. I'm doing my thing. I'm finding my answers. I'm doing what I feel is right for my family, my bloodline, what I'm seeing, what I'm healing from, to help the future generations. And if people can't see that, that's okay, because you are the black sheep. You are the true seeker. Okay, let's go for the late night feeling. The late night feeling. Foodie photographer. So the late night feeling, which is they think they think of you after dark. Emotions feel stronger at night. Clarity fades when morning comes. The late night feeling, when you go through that late night feeling and you're having all these downloads and all of these inspirations. The foodie photographer is reminding me of, that's interesting. So the Grill Master, which is possibly, I mean, why is holding that cigarette, but it reminds me of a spliff. Okay. Having the munches a bit later on. But the food still represents food for thought. It's something to think about, something to reflect upon what came through. It could be from a smoke. Now, I did say at the beginning of this reading, this is slightly reminded me of a reading that I did, and I can't remember how far back, and I can't remember what it's called, but it's the same energy. And I did mention, again, it was to do with a spliff, and it was about the downloads to it. But when it's in deep meditation, this feels more like a meditation state. When it's in deep meditation, the downloads, the conscious thoughts comes with love, and love is forever holding. It's forever feeling. It acknowledges what it's seen, it's acknowledged what it's learned, and it stays. It's embedded into the art of feeling. When it's smoking, you can open up the knowledge of awareness, but not understanding the wisdom to the knowledge. When it's through the heart base, through meditation, the knowledge becomes the wisdom to it. I felt like I needed to mention that. Okay. So you might love cooking, you might love eating. I love eating, and I have this download to fast. I talk about this quite often in my group that I do, and I talk about that I keep on getting these downloads to fast, just to detox my own energy. And I have forgotten, within less than an hour, I'm back in the food cupboard. I'm taking a bag of crisps or biscuits or whatever it might be. And I sit down eating them, and then I think, oh damn, I was going to do fasting. And so food seems to be an highlight for me, because I love food. But I also know that I need to fast. And I've been told you can fast last meal at night, I think before 6 o'clock at night. And then you're sleeping and not eat for 6 o'clock on the next evening. And so, you know, you're still fasting. And I think, well, I kind of do that really at times anyway. My eating habits is bad. I don't always have breakfast. I don't have breakfast. I don't always have lunch. And I skip meals all day. And I just have a meal at night. So in a kind of way, I am fasting. And this could be what you're doing too. Okay. Okay, I don't feel, do I need one for the art break of residual? of the leftover debris of the past, Linridge. Let's just get a bit more clarification there then, to give clarity. Okay. So the leftover residue. This is interest. Tech wizard. Okay. This also reminds me of, this is getting deep, I of course said the Matrix. This is reminding me of the Matrix. This is accessing the leftover debris of the Matrix. Interesting. They all really clarifying each other. These guys are absolutely perfect. Okay, so you are becoming your own wizard. Now that also represents my frigging problem that I had of my computer breaking. Needed to, because it needed updating. Realising I couldn't update it, had to chuck it, and my laptop is coming through tomorrow, so I will start again on a new laptop. And it was much needed. It was much needed. So that belongs to that tech wizard as well. So technology could be something that you're looking into, or understanding another understanding of a new level, a new skill of yours, which kind of became a little bit of mine actually. So, and I am not techno at all, so I'm learning new skills from that. Okay, so let's see what else, what needs to. What about spill the tea? What do I need clarifying then? Spilling the tea. Okay, conversations are happening without you. Information spreads fast. Expect hidden truths to surface. Hidden truths. Hidden truths to service of what you already knew. The higher self already knew it, but it feels like it's going to be exposed to confirm this. So let's get some clarification of spill the tea. Retail therapy. Somebody that loves shopping. Somebody that loves spending money. Expecting hidden truths to surface. Hidden truths. Hidden truths of retail therapy. It feels as if I'm just looking at the other card that would have clarified that. And that was about walking away. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. So spilling the tea of somebody that is talking about you. Okay. Or talking. Hold on. Can't quite see without. Conversations are happening without you. Information spreads fast. Expect hidden truths to surface. Now, to clarify, that was also walking away. Walking away of you don't need to argue your decision. Distance reveals truth faster. Your silence is powerful. It's something that you've walked away from. It could be walking away from family members. It could be walking away from your community, or walking away from work, your work, or you're walking away from something. Nobody, and people may have talked about why have they left? Why have they left the community? Why do they leave that person? Whatever it might be. People are talking about it because they don't know, but you do not need to explain yourself at all. But it's going to come to light. It's going to come to light of what was hidden. It's an hidden truth to why you walked away. And you walked away quietly. You didn't need to explain yourself at all. Let people think what they want to think. That's their problem. It wasn't your problem. Okay, so you left for a reason. And what you did, you decided to cheer yourself up. Because I'm seeing retail therapy here. And Yeah. When we're making changes, we just move into a direction sometimes, go, fuck it. Fuck it, I'm just going to go and buy myself a nice dress. Oh, I just want to feel good. It's that kind of energy. And that's the feeling that I got from that. It's like, yeah, made a decision. I just need to, I want to feel good. I want to feel good again. I want to feel a sense of belonging again. I want to feel feminine again. I want to do my hair. I want to get my hair done. I want to get my nails done. I want a massage. I want a holiday. So whatever it's going to be, is for the feminine to take care of herself, to nurture herself. Okay? So whatever you walked away from, it didn't serve your eyes good. It didn't bring you peace, because it is about you protecting your peace. For you to go deeper into understanding. It was about the matrix, the belief system. You may have questioned, why am I in this relationship? Or why am I in this job? Or why do I live in this community when it's not fulfilling, where it doesn't bring me prosperity as in peace. It doesn't bring me any peace. God, I could go on forever with these cards. They are so, I'm getting so much energy from them. Perfect. Okay, so the new skill. I want to know the new skill activation for you. The new skill of multitasking. It's the do you know, this, it doesn't look a good picture actually. It doesn't look a good picture. It's like the shadow self, like it's all bottles and cans, and the multitasker may be recognizing, because this is being clarified with this. It's like the soul, the northern soul, but also, I don't know, it's like grabbing something, looking at something. Oh, I know. And I mentioned addictions, which is the plaster. The addiction, which is the plaster, which is in shadow self. It's multitasking. It's recognizing the plaster needed to come off. The wound needed to be seen. And that is the new skill. That becomes your new skill. That becomes your bigger goal of healing. That's perfect. That became your biggest skill, to heal from the plaster. And the plaster is the thing that numbed it, that numbed the suppressed emotions, that numbed the wound, for you to understand what created the wound, which then became the curse of the past family lineage. Underneath the deck is coffee addict. Coffee addict. You could love coffee. I love coffee. Also, coffee, tea. Spill the tea. Spill the tea. I don't know why I find that a bit funny, because the spilling the tea is to let go, walk away, start again. I'm going to take care of myself. The divine feminine wants to take care of herself. She wants to nurture herself. And it's no gender specific here. Even though you may love coffee, that could keep you up most of the night. Maybe that's what that grill master is. Not smoking weed, it could be the buzz of coffee. That's keeping you up. I mean, I love coffee, and I make so many mistakes drinking coffee. Even at about 11 o'clock at night, I just love a cup of coffee. And guaranteed, I'm up most of the night going to the frigging loo. you could be also having that problem. Okay, to finish off this reading now, what are we in? Okay, just over an hour. Didn't expect that, but let's have a look. What is needed for you to do now? I mean, I'd shuffled all these cards anyway on Saturday when I was going to do a reading. For the collective. Okay, your intuition is your greatest guide. Trust your inner voice. Beautiful. One more card for you. A mystical force is guiding you. Trust in the wisdom. And I mentioned the wisdom. The wisdom is art-based. It comes from the heart through meditation. It doesn't come from outside influences. It doesn't come from, you know, I'm picking up ayahuasca as well. You know, when people go on retreats, you know, that's what it could all represent. It's like you're going into this knowledge. You're going into this information that's being passed down. But understanding that knowledge can only be understood through wisdom. And the seer, which is the side-eye queen, is to trust in the wisdom to it. That's just so perfect. I love that reading. Okay, underneath the deck is a time of great prosperity is coming. Prepare yourself. Okay, prepare yourself. Beautiful. I'll leave that there. I'll also let anybody know I will never ever send any messages, inbox messages to ask if you want a reading. I am getting so many inbox messages from other readers when I know it's not them that they're sending messages. And it's awful, really. Please do not get scammed by anybody at all. And I will not answer anybody that sends me a quick message. Just say, can I have a reading? If you can't say please and thank you, I won't even bother replying. But there are so many scam artists. There's so many cons out there. And just please use your discernment. You can contact me through my email address, which actually is wrote above my Cosmic Love Tarot. And you can contact me through my email address, and then we communicate through there. And I am taking also readings, to do live readings, one-to-one readings, and we will communicate through there. Okay, so I will see you on the next one. I'll try not to make it too much of a gap. I absolutely love that I did that reading, and I hope you got some clarity from it. So I send you so much love, so many blessings on your journey, and I will see you on the next one. So God bless. Bye.